So this is now my view when I'm in the fish room working away on all my tanks, and I think it's vastly improved. Plants have been in a couple of days, and so far so good. Everything looking pretty healthy. Fish are looking good. Water's crystal clear. Plants are doing okay so far, and I really quite like that scape. Still not sure about this side. I'm more into this side, but I like the way it's kind of sweeps up. So I'll show you the side view. I'm really impressed with how clear the water is, with nothing but 2 sponge filters. You can see all the way through. So that's looking good. To show you the bristlenose tank. I don't know how well it will focus in on these guys. We've got tons and tons and tons and tons of babies. I tried to count them the other day. I think I got to 65 before I had to give up. I've been trying to take pictures of them all. Just to explain myself there, when I say I'm taking pictures of them, it's to try and count them. A really good way to count loads of fish. So if you've got loads of small fish and you're trying to count them up, take a picture, and then you can take that picture and count them one by one, rather than trying to go 1, 2, 3, oh they've moved, 1, 2, 3, oh they've moved. Simple. But essentially, loads of baby bristlenose plecos. Roughly half and half of them albino, half normal regular brown. So these are my cleanup crew of the future. Oh. This tank has got some of the driftwood with the Java fern on it that I moved out of the rainbow fish tank. It seems to have made them colour up quite a bit. They're looking pretty good, the Crebensis. And this is the problem tank. Well, it's not really a problem. So, the last couple of discus that I've got to move upstairs to the display tank. Love this guy. 2 of my favourites. So I'm going to move these guys up, which leaves the black ghost knife fish with this big old tank all to himself. And I'm thinking pufferfish or snakehead. Or my first plan was get rid of this tank altogether and replace it with a bunch of smaller tanks that I could use for more breeding projects, but I quite like having the bigger tank, so I don't know. I'm undecided, so let's have a vote. Pufferfish, snakehead, or lots of small tanks? What do you think we should go for? Let me know in the comments below. Well, let's have a look at the guppies and the shrimp. This is just the muck guppy tank. Constantly churning out babies and baby shrimp. Some nice ones, some not so nice ones. That tank over there is just more guppies as well. These tanks up here are tonight's job, water changes and giving them a bit of a clean. So, more shrimp and guppies. Just, well, it looks like I'm pretty much just growing algae in there. more guppies and shrimp, and then here lots of baby guppies. And this one, my favourite little betta, who has had some kind of accident actually. I'm not going to show you now because he's in a grump, but I found him with a bit of an open wound on one side of his body. I have no idea how he got it. There's nothing in there that's sharp. So he spent a couple of days just lying on the ground, on the substrate. So I've just done a couple of big water changes for him, hoping that would sort him out, and it seems to have done. He's still not quite back to himself, but he's a lot better. And then we've got the rainbow tank, which we started with. So I'm just going to leave this as is. It's only got rainbows at the moment, but if you could think of any other fish that would make a good addition to this tank, by all means let me know. But I was kind of hoping to just leave it as rainbows, and if maybe even have a wee breeding project if I start to put in some different types of plants that they can use as breeding mops. But it's nice to have a display tank like so. So that's it. I'll probably cut it out of this video, but that's the bucket I was doing water changes into, and I've just knocked it all over the floor, and now the dogs are walking in it. Arnie! What are you doing? There you go. Oh, so the other thing was, I've got some courgette there that I was going to feed these guys, so let's get that in there. Come back in a couple of minutes, that'll probably be full of fish chowing down on that. Looks a bit like an algae factory, but it's kind of on purpose. It's only half laziness because all the babies use it as food. So it keeps them well stocked, keeps the cherry shrimp, gives them loads to eat as well. I think it's one of the main reasons I do so well with the cherry shrimp is because they've got so much food available in the algae. So, like I say, it's only partly laziness, but I will be giving these guys a clean. Right, so that'll do for today. As always, if you like any of this stuff, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Click that notification icon as well, and let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll speak to you later. Bye bye.